Hi everybody. I just wanted to post a real quick follow-up video to the one that I posted yesterday about the Hapstone Jende edition knife sharpener. It has come to my attention and many others that there was a few issues identified right from the supplier. I'll give you a quick rundown of what they are real quick and what's going on to rectify the situation. I'm going to bring you in real close so you can have a look. Hapstone, the company that produces these, Gritomatic, released a statement just late last night, early this morning, talking about some of the issues that they've noticed with the first shipment of the version 6. I can't say enough about Jende. They contacted me late last night, letting me know that that there was some issues identified, and that they would be fixing it as soon as possible, sending out any required parts if required, and wanting to know what my experience was so far. They had sent me a message and asked if they could call, and they called, and we had a little chat about it. And so I did see some of the issues that were identified. So a couple of them are, a lot of these thumb screws here won't tighten down enough. This, for instance, is the compensator for using different thickness stones. You can squeeze that pretty tight, as hard as you can, and there's still a little bit of movement in there, and they say that shouldn't be like that. It's even worse with this one. This is the pivot where the arm goes back and forth and swings. I have to use a cloth or something to get enough grip on that to be able to loosen it. So it slides up and down, but then when you want to tighten it up, you've got to really come onto it as hard as you possibly can to get that so it doesn't move. Similar problem here. This is where there's two bars here. Just to conserve space, you can take this apart, so you have a wing nut here, and you can take the back portion of the horizontal arm off. Easier to store and transport. However, I couldn't get this wing nut tight enough by hand. You may have noticed that in the video previously. I had to use a pair of pliers to get that tight enough, but I did. I was able to put a pair of pliers on it and give it a good squeeze. And turns out after the fact, when they released their statement, that's what they recommended for now. And they also recommended here, so if you loosen off this Allen screw here, which is meant to just hold this parking hook. This is a parking hook where you can set the arm. And there's another issue with that as well. So they suggested loosen this off, and that allows enough, allows you to put enough force on here to squeeze it. But even that is still very, very tight. Same down here, you can't quite get this tight enough that you can still spin this just a little bit. What else? I guess those are the main ones. Just all these wing nuts and thumb screws won't squeeze hard enough. Let me just have a look at their statement. Yeah, so that's all of the issues. So when Jende talked to me last night, they said that these parts are already being remanufactured, redesigned and remanufactured, and will be sent out very, very soon. Nothing really stops you from using it. I've already sharpened 6, 7, 8 knives now on it. I did a bunch last night, and I did a few more today. You can still use it. Somewhat disappointing, but I'm very happy with the customer service and them stepping up and saying that they're going to fix this. This parking hook, right, that's another one. This is too low, so even if I had this Allen screw tightened up so it wouldn't spin, when I put the arm on it, it hangs too low. The whole point of that is that it's supposed to be up high and out of the way, so you can adjust your knife down here on the table. So I believe that's going to be repaired or replaced as well. So I let them know today. They said to use the machine and see what I think of it. And if I have the issues that have been identified, they'll put me on the list to have these parts replaced. But for now, I'm up and running, and I'm quite happy with it. I've gotten some amazing results already with just a few knives, with some pretty impressive edges that you can get on this. These are just razor sharp, hair popping sharp, actually, and so it's a great tool. It allows you to configure the angle of the bevel to what you want on it, because that depends on the use. I set this knife up with a very shallow angle, only about 10 degrees on the bevel, so it'll be a really good slicer. Not really meant to be a chopper, it's more of a slicer, and it's very, very sharp. Kind of a general purpose 20-degree angle, 40-degree inclusive on this Swiss Army knife. And then this was just an experiment. This is a cheap Chinese knife, but it is D2 steel, and that was a challenge. I probably spent close to an hour on that, working and working and working. I used the 320 Hapstone stone 320 grit to shape and reprofile it, and it took a long time with that D2 steel, but I was able to get it. But it makes me consider that I might go to even a more coarser grit to do some reprofiling. So overall, I'm still happy with the product, even though there are some issues with it. It was the first shipment. Both Gritomatic and Jende are doing what they can to solve this problem right away. The guy that called me last night was at their manufacturing facility dealing with this, so it's good to see. I'm very happy about that, and I'll let you know when I receive the replacement parts. All right, thank you.